Now, the next section is opening a new project. To open a new project, go to the File menu, click on it, and then choose Project option from New menu bar. You can see here, New Project dialog box is displayed. Then, the next section is selecting a template file. To select the template file for the project, you need to access appropriate folder and then select the required template file from it. To do so, choose the Browse button from the template file area in the New Project dialog box. You can see here the Choose Template dialog box is displayed. This dialog box shows you a list of template files available in the English folder, but we need English Imperial Unit System, so we have to go back and we need to choose the English Imperial folder. You can see here the list of all English Imperial template files. From this English Imperial folder, we are going to select the Structural Analysis default.rte template file. Then choose the Open button to assign the selected template file to the New Project dialog box. Then select the Project Radio button from the Create New area to create a project file and then choose OK. The selected template file of selected unit system is loaded in the Revit. Note that the project browser shows the different labels and views that have already been created in the selected template file. The next section we are going to see that is setting project units. To set units for the project, choose the Project Units tool from the setting panel of Manage tab. You can see here the Project Unit dialog box is displayed. Make sure that the common option is selected in the discipline drop-down list on the Project Units dialog box. Then click in the Format column corresponding to the length unit. See, the Format dialog box is displayed here. In this dialog box, click on the Units drop-down list and select Feet and Fractional Inches option. Then select to the nearest half inches from the rounding drop-down list. After that, choose the OK button from the Format dialog box. Then choose the OK button from Project Unit dialog box. Then the next section is setting dimension and object snaps. In this section, you need to set dimension snaps and object snaps by using the Snaps tool. These settings are based on the type of projects and the amount of detailing required. To save the dimension and object snap, choose the Snaps tool from Settings panel of Manage tab. You can see here the Snaps dialog box is displayed. In the Dimension Snaps area of this dialog box, ensure that the Length Dimension Snaps Increments checkbox is selected, and then click in the Edit box below the Length Dimension Snaps Increment and enter the values as 5 feet, 2 feet 6 inches, 0 feet 3 inches, and 0 feet half inches. And then in the object snaps area, clear the quadrants, centers, tangents, and points checkboxes to disable them. Leave the rest of the checkboxes enabled. Then choose the OK button to apply the settings and to close the Snaps dialog box. The next section that we are going to see is saving the project. To save the project, go to the File menu and choose Save option. As you are saving the project for the first time, the Save As dialog box is displayed on the screen. In this dialog box, browse to the C drive and create a new folder with the name ISG 2024. Open this folder and then create new subfolder with the name C02 ISG 2024 tube. Open this folder and save the file with the name C02 Commercial Complex Tute 1 and then choose the Save button. The Save As dialog box closes and the project file is saved. Then we need to close the project, and to close the project, go to the File menu and choose Close option. So the first section of this tutorial is opening the project. As we had already seen in the previous tutorials how to open the project files. So we are going to use the same process. And now, in this section, you will open the project file created in the last tutorial. To do so, go to the File menu, choose the Project option from the Open menu bar. Then, browse the location wherever you had saved your previous project file. I'm going to browse C drive. Then select your project file and choose the Open button from the Open dialog box. You can see here the selected project file opens in the drawing window in the Enter Structural Plan view. Now the next section is creating a structural column type. In this section, you will create a concrete rectangular column type and add it to the structural model. Before creating a structural column type, ensure that the Enter Structural Plan view is open as the current view. Then choose the column tool from the Structure panel of Structure tab. You can see here the Modify Place Structural Column Contextual tab is displayed. Next, choose the Load Family tool from the Mode panel of Modify Place Structural Column Contextual tab. You can see here the Load Family dialog box is displayed. In this dialog box, click on the Up One Level button next to the Looking drop-down list until the English Imperial folder is displayed. Then select the English Imperial folder and click on it. Then choose the Structural Column folder and click on it. Then choose Concrete folder. Then select the Concrete Square column and choose the Open button from Load Family dialog box. After that, in the Properties palette, select Concrete Square column 24 by 24 from the Type Selector drop-down list. Now we are going to see the next section, that is adding structural columns. In this section, you will add new and existing structural column types to the project. To do so, select the height option from the first drop-down list on the left in the options bar and ensure that the second floor option is selected in the other drop-down list. Then choose Add Grids tool from Multiple panel of Modify Place Structural Column Contextual tab. You can see here the Modify Place Structural Column Add Grid Intersection Contextual tab is displayed. Then place the cursor over Grid C and click when it is highlighted. Grid C is selected. Next, press and hold the Control key and click over the Grid A, Grid B, Grid 8, and Grid 9. The column are inserted at the intersections of the selected grids. Then choose the Finish button from Multiple panel. You can see here the Modify Place Structural Column Contextual tab is displayed. Then in the Properties palette, select the Blue Shapes column, the blue 10 by 33 option from the Type Selector drop-down list. Then choose Add Grids tool from Multiple panel of Modify Place Structural Column Contextual tab. See, here the Modify Place Structural Column Add Grid Intersection Contextual tab is displayed again. Then move the cursor and place it on the circular grid A apostrophe and click when it is highlighted. Grid A apostrophe is selected. After that, press and hold the Control key and click over the circular grid B apostrophe, grid 1, grid 2, grid 3, grid 4, grid 5, and grid 6 to select them. You can see here the columns are inserted at the intersections of the selected grids. Then choose the Finish button from Multiple panel. Again, the Modify Place Structural Column Contextual tab is displayed. Then choose the Modify button from Select panel. You can notice here that the column is added at the intersection of all grid lines. Then select the column at the intersection of all grids and delete it to remove from the model. Now, the next section is modifying the height of columns. In this section, you will modify the height of the inserted square concrete columns by adjusting their base level parameter. To do so, select all the concrete square columns 24 by 24 type concrete columns from the drawing. On selecting all the square concrete columns, you can see here the Modify Structural Columns Contextual tab is displayed. Then, in the Properties palette of the selected column, click in the value field corresponding to the base level instance parameter and select the TOS level from the drop-down list displayed. Then choose the Apply button and after that, choose the Modify button from Select tab of Modify Structural Column Contextual tab.